Hey, folks, and welcome back to another edition of Sideline Sisters on this magnificent Monday, St. Patrick's Day. You see, I got on my green, representing the green, St. Patrick's Day. See, I'm Michelle Bloom, and you see my partner,
Angela Courtney. How are you all doing today, basketball fans?
Yes, brackets are here. That's what we're here to talk about today. We said we was going to be coming back with you with the NCAA brackets. Selection Sunday happened last night, as well as some unrivaled basketball went down as well. So, hey, let's get into it.
Want me to cue that clip real quick?
Hey, get into it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
3 points away from heading to the Unrivaled championship game. Not giving her room to breathe. Gray for the win. They're going to the championship. Oh, God! Thanks to the point, John.
Yeah. So that is who, Michelle? Rose.
The Rose with the big upset last night. When I
She
tell
was balling.
you, this team right here, 9-6 was their total, their record for the unrivaled season. 9-6. I did not see this one coming. When I tell you, the Rose took on the Laces. The Rose, let me just go back and tell you, the Rose were led by Chelsea Gray, just to name a few. Azare Stevens took on the Laces. Alyssa Thomas, Tiffany Hayes, Jackie Young, all at Kate Martin, which they were not participating in this contest. The Rose defeated the Laces. Oh my goodness. Defeated the Laces.
Did you say Angel Reese? Did you say Angel Reese? Because you know she was injured.
Angel Reese, yeah, she is injured. She does play with the Rose. Her and Kalia Cooper did not play as well for the Rose,
Right.
but the Rose defeated the Laces 63-57 to advance to tonight's championship game.
All right,
Chelsea
let's
Gray, the point guard, went off. She showed up. I don't know where she's been all season, but she showed out with 39 points.
I thought they said she dropped a 40 piece, but 39 is close.
Yeah, 39 points. It could have been a 40 piece. Either way, she did her thing. She did what she had to do. She comes from greatness. She played where else? No other than where? Bum, 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 bum. Duke.
See, I'm not a follower of Duke, so I wouldn't have known that.
She played at Duke University, you guys, here in Durham, North Carolina. So, again, Chelsea Gray put down 39 points and the game winner. She kind of did a Steph Curry and told him night-night when she hit a shot and just walked away after that shot went down.
All right. Well,
Azare Stevens, she chipped in with 8 points, 11 rebounds, and I'm not going to exclude the Laces on this. Alyssa Thomas, she put down 20 points for him. Tiff Hayes also added 16 points. It just was not enough. Chelsea Gray alone scored about 15 of the Rose's 18 points in the third quarter.
Don't forget those assists.
She did. And so now the Rose awaits our winner of our second game of the evening, which was against Lunar Owls. That's Nafisha Collier, Skylar Digg. Taking on the Vinyl.
Can I set it up?
Set it up, please.
For the upset, yes! Vinyl defeats #1 Lunar Owls. They're going to the championship game tomorrow night in Miami. The game is presented by Salesforce. Tierica Hamby sticking with it.
The Erica Hamby. I would not have called this for my life. Do you hear me? For my life.
You know what, Michelle? I will say this. It almost looked like your girl just wanted to share the sugar a little bit because she jumped prematurely after Tierica Hamby made that little cut. And then she was kind of free from her blocking her shot. So, you know, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man. I was so hurt. and I know everybody thought the Lunar Owls, who has been repping the entire season with a 13-2 record, was gonna be in that championship game. Championship game. Again, Nafisha Collier, she still did her thing with 36 points, 8 rebounds. Skylar Diggins chipped in 10 points. Oh my
And what
goodness.
time
It's
is the
just
playoff
sad.
that final tonight?
You know, Vinyl did their thing. Ryan Howard, she shows up every night with 23 points. Jordan Canada with 21 points. And as you saw in the highlight clip, De'Erica Amby with the game-winning shot, 16 points, upsetting the Lunar Owls. So tonight's matchup will be the Rose against the Vinyl. Mm, 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 mm. So our next time we do come up here, we'll have an unrivaled inaugural winner, where again each player on the championship team will receive 50K. Pew, 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 pew. 50K. I ain't got my noise maker today, y'all. So 50K, y'all, and just winning. 50K. We have come a long way. Championship game, 50K.
Hey, I've been doing some research. I got a fun fact for you.
Oh, please throw it at us.
Okay, this is kind of off the subject, but it's kind of on the subject. So Red Panda, right? I was trying to figure out how much money she makes a game.
Mm,
Take a wild guess, Michelle,
how much she
for a
makes during the
5 minute
WNBA season.
5 minute performance. Yeah, everybody knows that Red Panda is that Asian lady that rides that 7-foot unicycle at games. Take a guess.
5 minutes.
Five,
I'm, I'm gonna just say $500.
girl. Who can live off of that?
$500. Y'all, do we
This
even have a clip to even show Red Panda? Do we have a clip?
I can find one.
Find
Give
it. Let me set the scene up for you, y'all, while she finds this clip. Red Panda, like she said, she digressed big time, y'all. So during the ACC tournament, and I have seen her at other women's basketball halftime show, is an Asian lady who performs on a unicycle. So she's probably at least 10 feet up in the air on the unicycle, balancing bowls on her foot. And she's flipping these bowls onto on her head. So she's balancing herself on this unicycle while balancing bowls on her foot, and then throwing that leg up in the air, throwing them bowls up, stacking the bowls on her head. It's a pretty amazing act to where you
Are
could
you
tell
ready?
this is a craft she has
Hold
mastered
on.
this craft. And so that's where we have this fun fact of Red Panda. Do we have a clip, Courtney?
We got a clip.
We got a clip. Show the people.
All right, here we go. I'm sharing my screen. All right, Michelle.
All right. So
That's all you get. You
as you
you
can see,
didn't
you
even
know, she's pretty up there in the air, and she's balancing herself along with them bowls
okay, so this is the number. For 5 minutes,
for 5 minutes. I
she,
said $500.
she gets anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for 5 minutes. For some people, that's their monthly salary. She's banking anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 a year.
Just from being on that unicycle, balancing some damn bowls.
5 minutes.
That's it. We
It's
in the wrong
crazy.
profession. I need to find a new hobby. I need to find a new hobby.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Uh,
I know I up the the whole flow of the show, but that was mind boggling for me today, and I just had to share that. 5 minutes.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get back to the script,
Oh,
but
yeah.
as I said, tonight at 7:30 is going down. Unrival's inaugural season championship game goes down between Rose against the Vinyl. So again, y'all, we're gonna have a champion for you by the next time that we air this show. But the main thing while we coming up here, can y'all see this? I don't think y'all can see it. Y'all can't really
No,
see it,
we
but it's bracket time, y'all. It's bracket time. So
all
what we're
right.
gonna do today is we're just gonna go over two regions for you tonight because it would take too long to break down these brackets. So tonight, this part one. We're gonna go over these
You ready,
brackets and
ready for me to roll the Don clip?
oh yeah. So hey, let's get to it.
The host, and I hope we take care of business. And
Hall of Famer in Don Staley. Well, Coach Staley, we're watching the team reaction, and I'm not a body language expert, but I'm just curious, what did you and the team think when you hear that you didn't get the #1 overall seed, but you are a 1 seed and you have a really great path in Birmingham? What was the reaction?
I don't know. I looked back and I saw that they didn't react. I don't even think they knew they were on television. So, and then once they were, they played it cool. Um, I mean, I mean, I'm a little bit of surprised because we manufactured our schedule to put ourselves in a position to be the #1 overall seed. And I do think if you do, you know, the blind test and you put our resume against any other team in the field, I think you'll pick us. That's just plain and simple. I'm gonna speak on it tonight, and it's not gonna be a motivation for us moving forward. It's hard enough to win a national championship. We don't need a chip on our shoulder. We do need to voice it. I do need to voice the fact that we put a schedule together. We got the most quad wins, and if having more quad one wins doesn't supersede some of the hiccups that we had during the season, I don't know what will. So for us, maybe we don't put ourselves in a position where we have hiccups, so we aren't, you know, they don't have to lower the standard for us to get a #1 overall seed.
Well, I can speak for
All right.
fans everywhere
That's
when I
good
say,
right
no,
there,
you
Courtney.
set the standard, because we like
All right.
seeing those early.
So as y'all can see, we're just gonna start with this, y'all. The #1 seeds that were selected, UCLA being picked the #1 overall seed. I didn't realize there was actually a #1 overall seed. I'm thinking you #1 in your region, you #1.
That's what I was thinking.
Obviously, that's not the case based on the video we just showed you all. But taking the #1 seeds, we got UCLA, who took the #1 seed first time in program history. They have a
Been a while.
30-game win season.
Been a while.
Been a while. South Carolina, this is their fifth straight tournament, seeking the third title. Third title. Texas, second straight year since they fell to NC State in the Elite Eight last year. I don't know if y'all remember that, but they fell to NC State last year in the Elite Eight. And USC, second straight season as a #1 seed going into this NCAA tournament. But back to the video, clearly Don was unhappy that South Carolina, those Gamecocks, did not get the #1 overall seed. And as she broke it down, I guess I can understand why she's unhappy with that.
Yeah, because
Again,
they play a tough schedule.
as she said, they manufacture. That was her word. They manufacture a schedule so that it sets them up for at the conclusion of the season, it should produce a #1 overall seed.
Right.
And I don't want her to lower as far as who they play. Keep
No.
playing because we look forward to those matchups when we see
Yes.
those big matchups. I don't want her to do that to take away. I mean, I hate the fact that that was it, but ESPN responded saying because of their loss to UCLA and because of their non-conference loss, by an alarming 29 points to UConn. That was the determining factor as to why they did not get that number 1 overall seed. Folks, weigh in. Let us know what you're feeling, what you think about, again, you know, as she said, it's not going to be a motivation speech to her
Yeah.
players. They know they got to handle business. I mean, to me personally, and looking at the bracket side that they're on, they kind of got it made.
They do. There's no really tough games like it is in the Spokane region or region 4 Spokane.
Right.
Like you might have USC going up against UConn again.
Right. Exactly. So again, folks, we went over your number 1s, your number 2s in the conference who are on the bracket. UConn, TCU, Duke, NC State are taking the number 2 seeds. Then we got Notre Dame, LSU, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and rounding out the number 4 seeds, Ohio State, Kentucky, Baylor, and Maryland. How you feel about TCU getting that number 2 seed?
I think that's fair. They've played some tough opponents. They actually beat Notre Dame.
They did.
I'd like to see a Notre Dame TCU matchup again.
Oh yeah.
See to see which Notre Dame team shows up. Is it going to be
Yes.
that was fighting and playing that good defense? Is it going to be the one we see in the tournament? It all depends on who shows up.
Exactly. And again, Van Lift, HVL, she is the rhyme and the reason I believe TCU has gone this far. I personally believe it. I mean, that's why she got what?
Player of the
Big
year. Yeah, I think she was nominated the newcomer. Didn't you say
She
newcomer
was
or
the newcomer player of the year for their conference. So I mean, she got MVP of their conference tournament, which they won. So it's fitting for Haley. Congratulations to her as well. Let's see these number 3 seeds: Notre Dame, LSU, North Carolina, Oklahoma. Any surprises there?
number 3 seeds? Oklahoma, and who did you say?
Notre Dame, LSU, North Carolina.
No, maybe the North Carolina one, but
I
they
think I was surprised with North Carolina being
yeah,
seated that high.
yes. I mean, honestly, I would have gave it to is Duke a number 3 seed? Hold on.
Duke is a number 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's fair. I mean, I don't see anybody else in their division that maybe played as tough as as tough as the roster, not roster, but schedule that they played,
Mm-hmm.
and the number, or I mean, it pretty much you could have gave it to Maryland. They've been playing football. I don't see anybody else in their particular region that probably deserved the number 3 as much. I think they played good the last 5 games.
Okay. And rounding out number 4, Ohio State, Kentucky, Baylor, and Maryland. What you think about that?
Kentucky, I think Kentucky has played well. I think they are where they need to be on the bracket. They should match up well to do. I think they'll at least get to the Elite 8, maybe.
Okay.
Can we look at the bracket so we kind of see why we talk? She's gonna have to play more minutes. So me as a coach, and I'm playing UNCG, if we go up, like it's gonna be a revolving door every 5 minutes because I'm gonna conserve their legs because I know looking down the road who's coming.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they actually kind of have a pretty competitive region, actually.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, you got Richmond taking on Georgia Tech. We cannot sleep on those Georgia Tech. We cannot sleep on them. But just a couple of little facts for you about this NCAA bracket. The ACC was able to produce 8 teams in this tournament: Duke, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Cali, Louisville, NC State, Georgia Tech, and Florida State. The Big Ten, they put out 12 teams, which most of us know USC, UCLA. The Big Ten put out SEC, put out 10 teams. Of course, your South Carolina, LSU, Texas. Big East put out UConn and Creighton. And then the Ivy League had 3 teams. Harvard, Columbia, and Princeton made it to the tournament. And some tournament debuts just for you all. Fun facts: Arkansas State, George Mason, William and Mary, Grand Canyon, UC San Diego, and FDU are making their tournament debut. So congratulations to them. And on another note, Stanford, this is the first time missing the tournament since 1987.
Yeah. Well, they're under new management.
They are under new management, no longer under the direction of the great Tara Vandiver, 16 seed, which I'm automatically move UCLA over in that field for sure. My
Uh-oh.
bracket's filled, y'all. My bracket
Oh,
is filled.
I'm gonna have to create a bracket.
I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you who I got for my Final Four. Can I do that?
Go for it.
My Final Four: South Carolina, UCLA, USC, and UConn. Now,
Okay.
that's my Final Four, y'all. That's my Final Four: South Carolina, UConn, UCLA, and USC.
That's my Final Four too. But how uh would UCLA and USC would they meet in that Final Four?
They will meet. They could meet. They had to. Yes, they would meet. They are on the same bracket, so they will have to go up against one another. I got USC winning that game again.
Okay. Do you see my bracket?
I see the bracket that was originally put up here.
Okay. All right.
So I got
So
USC.
so you got UCLA between Richmond and Georgia Tech. I picked Georgia Tech. Who'd you pick?
I got Georgia Tech on that game.
Okay.
Got Georgia Tech on that game.
Ball State. I went with Ole Miss because they're a stronger seed.
Oh yeah, put Ole Miss coming across on that one too.
Baylor and Grand Canyon, definitely Baylor.
Got Baylor on that one. Got
I
Baylor on that one.
all the way across.
Who?
Baylor going all
Yeah.
the way across because I think
Actually, I got Ole Miss upsetting Baylor, to be quite honest.
okay. That's your
That's one of my upsets right there.
okay.
Ole Miss defeating Baylor.
So what do you think about LSU and Florida State?
Well, I got LSU winning that game.
Oh, I did as well because they
I
just
have
had
Florida
strong.
State defeating George Mason, so I brought out LSU playing. Actually, I got LSU. I got I got Michigan defeating NC State.
You have Michigan defeating NC State.
I do.
Is that one of your upsets?
That's one of my upsets. One of my upsets.
So then Michigan would face off with LSU. Then is what you have.
I do, to where I have LSU putting it down. Anissa Morrow putting it down in the post.
Well,
I feel like LSU has more veteran guard. They have more guards. I'll say that have stepped up with Michaela Williams.
But as you know, I'm probably gonna do about 25 brackets because there's like 25 ways you can flip this in every scenario. Yeah, and then some of them like I went with the celebrity picks, and some of them I did like, worst case scenario type. But I think that Florida State may, in one of my brackets, I got them defeating LSU as an upset game.
Okay. Not wrong with the upset. Upsets
I
are
think
good.
if they play, if the little guard that is leading the nation in scoring
Oh yeah.
does well.
Lanite Latson.
Yes.
He's doing it
So I
big for Florida State. Doing it big for Florida State. But I
so
will tell
then
you though, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I just told you who my Final Four was on my second bracket, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have my Final Four being UCLA, UConn, South Carolina, and TCU.
TCU.
I do.
Wow, that's a big
TCU has been that
reach.
sleeper team that everybody's been sleeping on. That's why I kind of got them in this bracket playing South Carolina,
Uh-huh.
UCLA, and UConn. And I
So
have
I have
UCLA Bruins winning that.
okay. So in my bracket, I have TCU facing off with Texas. And I
Mhm.
think Texas, with the bigs that they have inside, I don't think TCU. I mean, they have one big, but they don't have two that can
Sedona would
score.
go after Older Core and get her in foul trouble, even though she's coming off the bench, right? Would she be starting?
Uh, uh, yeah, she does come off the bench, but he can flip flop in between those two. And
Mm.
I think he has one more big that comes off the bench.
I just think TCU's guards would be too much. I haven't seen Texas guards to me, even though they are winning, they still have not proven themselves to me.
I don't know, man. They got Roy Harmon. She has experience, and plus she's played
She's not
in a couple.
consistent.
But she can handle the ball. She can play defense,
She can play
and she
a
can hit
little.
that 10 when if you make her. The only
Yeah.
thing that's going on with them is that they don't have a consistent 3-point shooter or shooters. That's the only thing that's going to hurt them.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think if you cut off the head of the dragon, with Booker, there goes their
Mm.
offense because that happened when they played South Carolina.
Well, we know when Booker's off, she's off.
Yeah.
And if she
Way off.
doesn't have a good game, they lose the game.
Yeah. I got them going up against Creighton in that second round.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
got Tennessee facing off with Ohio State. That is a flip of a coin to me because those teams are both identical. They both run full court pressure. They were saying that in the video that I ran today.
I got Ohio
Um,
State with the upset.
yeah, I think Ohio State could take them.
I have
But
Ohio State.
it depends because I think Tennessee has a deeper bench, but can they pull it together to get a win? That's the question. So yeah,
And
you could
they
pretty much
have not done that all season consistently.
no, but they've had some big upsets. So
They
you can
had the upset against LSU. That's like the biggest one they probably had.
yeah, but Ohio State has lost some big games too.
They're young. I expect it.
Yeah, because I didn't know McMahon was a super sophomore.
Super sophomore and the what's her name that got pretty much defensive player of the year, Jada something. I can't think of her last name, but she's putting it down for Ohio State as well. I mean, they're just coming in as a number 4 seed. So, hey, they doing something right.
Yeah, and I saw in one bracket they had Louisville making it all the way to the Final Four. I'm like, I don't think so.
And see, the reason why I have TCU going so far because I got them taking out Notre Dame. Notre Dame at the end of the season, I have just lost total faith in Notre Dame. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Hey, at
I
one
have
point,
not seen the drive in these last few games of how they played. I have not seen it. It's like the fire has been snuffed out. I saw that in the ACC tournament too.
yeah,
So unless they have some miraculous, she have some come to Jesus talk with her team, Ivy. That's what's gonna have to happen. But like I said, I've just seen something has tripped with that team, and they're not being cohesive right now.
yeah. I think
Something's happening in that locker room.
yeah, it's something deep that's going on.
Some has gone on because I just haven't seen the gel. I haven't seen it, and everything.
I
Spark.
haven't seen the cohesion or the get togetherness or the fight. It's like the fight done left the dog.
Yes, that truly has happened.
But see, in this tournament, it's either you turn it on or you go home.
That's it. One and done.
One and done. So if that's the way that they want to leave it, I think they should come out of this game, come out the gate, guns blazing. Because if they don't, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done.
Mm-hmm. And which could there? I mean, just I'll wait until the end of this tournament to say what I gotta say. I hope I remember it.
Well, listen, let me state this real quick because I know I fill mine out on ESPN, but there's probably 100 different sites where you can fill out brackets. I like it because they automatically go in and they mark through them, and I don't have a piece of paper I got to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, South Carolina, based on what the fans have chosen, is at 26.9% chances of winning this. UConn is
26.9.
26.9. They have on brackets have South Carolina chosen to win it all. And then 20.3% you have UConn. 13% you have USC. 10% have UCLA, 10.7% to be exact. 6.2% have chosen Texas, and 4.2% have chosen Notre Dame. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Oh,
Those are some low numbers there.
there are,
And
but you gotta remember it's only the first day since
it's only the first day. You are right. But look how even South Carolina, UConn, how they're all. It's not like one just outright dominates the other.
yeah. This is like you got a 7% jump from UConn to USC. And then they just don't have no faith in UCLA, although they've had the dominant team all season long.
All season long. And I mean, yeah, that number one spot in the AP polls got changed so many times during the season, which I think, wow, that's amazing, you know.
Yeah.
Team's working hard and all that coach has done a lot, you know. Like she said, we got some work to do.
Yes.
And with our bigs. But yeah, that's like, yeah, today's just the first day. Well, folks could have had a chance to fill them out last night. Today, we gonna see how that jumps. The needle moves
Yeah, we'll come
tomorrow.
look at that. Because
I know I'm gonna fill about 4 or 5 of them brackets out myself. I ain't gonna fill out 25 like
they
you.
say you can do 25. I'm doing 25 for the men and 25 for the women. Because you can win a car.
Oh man, a car.
And I think it's $30,000. Heck
Okay.
yeah. 25.
I'll take the money though. Give me the money.
I'll take the money and the car. I'll take either one because you can always
Either one. But that's all I got, Courtney. You got anything else?
That's it, man. We can just stop it here. And then when we come back, we do part 2. We might even go live so we can get some interaction of some other people and what they putting on their brackets.
Hey.
I love it.
As you see scrolling across, please like, share, subscribe, Sideline Sisters 3542@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook as well. See what we putting up there. We always just trying to throw little fun facts at you. You know, everybody was standing in line the other day because Asia Wilson is debuting her Nike shoe. It's pink. I like it. They hot. I'm not gonna go stand in line for hours though for a shoe. You know, if the shoe is available when I go to the store in May, I'm gonna get them. If they're not, I tried, Asia. I tried.
Well, my days of wearing basketball shoes are over unless I'm playing in them.
But you know, nowadays basketball shoes, you know how for us basketball shoes were high tops. Now they kind of mid. You know, they're coming right just below the ankle, so they're a little mid, but they're pink, and that's actually a pink shoe that I would actually wear. I'm not a big fan on pink, but I will wear that shoe. I wear that shoe, Asia. I wear that shoe, girl.
Yep.
All right, folks. We about to take it on out of here. We will see you next time.
We on Facebook, we on YouTube. Yes.